evening, everybody, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the PRO Sidewinder Dirt Racing Series 360 wingless sprint cars from Eldora tonight. Rare show these days for the PRO guys, but we're popping somebody's cherry. New to the broadcast booth tonight, Cody Olson joining us, guys. You might see two streams over on Facebook. Watch either one, doesn't matter. We're both in the same place at the same time, just getting him acclimated to what he has to do. Cody, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Ready to pop your cherry, as it were?
Yeah, we're ready to get practice.
Yeah. Well, microphone's breaking up just a little bit. May want to try to get an adjustment on that. Getting right down to it, we are going to forego all the pre-race ceremonies and all of that and get ready for these guys to go racing. Only got about a dozen cars, 13 of them checked in. But apparently last week we skipped the show, and they had a whale of a race. And so I was compelled to come in and try to cover this week's race because the guys bragged so much about how good a show it was, and so I want them to at least have an opportunity. And we got Cody kind of trying to get things going here. We'll have him doing some shows during the season, but it's about race time. I guess everybody's saying that the 360 wingless, or the wingless sprint car in itself, is kind of the car that's the least broken right now, Cody.
Yeah, I've actually been racing a handful of these myself, and it seems like these wingless cars are on the top of their game for dirt right now.
Well, I've been seeing some pretty good shows when I have been able to watch some, and we're going to have 2 or 3 of these series going starting next month. Monday night, I know Scott is bringing back over at DSRL. He's bringing back the wingless series, and then these guys are on Tuesdays, and on Thursdays at Indy Race Parts Group with Wade Fields is going to be on. There's going to be plenty of wingless racing. If you're a USAC fan, make sure you get in here and check these guys out. Right now, we are watching Zach passing, having a few problems. Looks like Bowman going to be quickest right now in qualifying. Let's go find our man G-Body, Garrett Boyd, out here, and see what he can do for a qualifying lap. This is not his forte. I will tell you that. The fender car is his dirt forte. But, man, he says he has a good time racing with these guys. It's a great group of guys to race with. And he had a really fun time last time. Goes up to third. Casey Miller, perennial champion in the PRO Dirt Series. Not the last champion. Oh, Boyd really got that one out of shape. Two-time defending champion until this past season when I think Josh Gerlach picked up the championship. Casey Miller, always somebody to watch. There's Bruce Klingon.
Got a new fast time.
Yeah, Bruce Klingon popping to the top. 16:37. Just edges out Miller. Watching Reed Rundle right now. Always like to watch Reed when he's out here running on the track. Known Reed a long time. And Reed goes into turn 3 and promptly sets that thing backwards over there. So we'll watch Klingon on his cooldown as he rolls out. All the cars except for Passon and Voss able to, and I think it's Vossi maybe, taking time right now. And I don't see Nathan heading out anytime soon. But the qualifying session going to wind it down, man. It's going to be a fun one. I think we're going to have a couple of heat races. So I think we'll take turns calling the heats. I'm going to follow with my cameras when you're calling yours. And, the guys can watch on both pages to see, or both streams on the page. If you're over on YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, say hi. I can see it in the chat. Cody is not quite there yet. We're going to get him there, as I am seeing for sure one stream.
Yeah, I'm not. For some reason, this one isn't going live, and I don't know why.
Well, we got one anyway. We can always play with that Thursday and figure. On a pole. And he'll have Anthony DeBarro in the 27 car on his outside. That's a Dizzy Motorsports driver. Rundle, independent driver in the 43 machine. The 77 of Travis Snyder Jr., also an independent driver, will start inside row number 2. Next to quick qualifier for the evening, the 210. It's actually the 21 car. I think the 0, teeny tiny on that thing. You can't really see it. It's Bruce Klingon. Gage Bowman going to start the 36 machine inside row number 3. Next to Bill Coy. I heard Bill Coy was super fast last week. crazy fast. One of the fastest guys in the room all night long. And then Nathan Vossi, the 562. And I don't see Vossi out on the track at the moment. So only 6 cars. Should be a quick one. Everybody's going to the feature. Six laps for our heat races. Short, sweet, and to the point. They let these guys have a full pace lap. Usually the PRO guys really quick about pulling the trigger to get these guys started. They give them the one to go as soon as they roll out of the pits. So it'll be Reed Rundle, Anthony DeBarro. DeBarro, always a car to watch. As we get ready to fire him off, pace truck heads to the infield. Starter will show us the green laundry. We're underway. Heat number 1. Off into turns 1 and 2. Rundle right through the middle. I see Bruce Klingen going to the bottom. Klingen trying to work that 21 car around the inside. 3 wide and 3 and 4. He didn't quite get there. He'll get up to second at the line. He's still 3 wide. He's on the bottom. Slide job across. DeBarro's nose goes right into the middle. Grabs second away, side by side behind that. Travis Snyder working the top side, trying to get around DeBarro that time. Klingen goes up, shuts the door on Snyder. That allows DeBarro in. Rundle got out of shape, collects Klingen. Everybody keeping him straight, but DeBarro goes to the point. Snyder up to third behind Rundle. Now Klingen having to go through everything he went through a couple of laps ago again, as he is back to fourth and starting to pick them off one at a time, working to the inside of Snyder. Trailing Rundle. Snyder up on the top side. A lot of momentum off the top side. Just can't find the bite on exit. Little contact there, left front to right rear. Klingen got into Rundle. DeBarro holding serve out in front, but that time Snyder with a big run out of 4 gets around Klingen, now working on a Rundle. Rundle in the slick, and that's not the fast way around here. If you get the right rear spinning, you're stopping. You're not going forward. And we're coming to the white flag already in this thing. DeBarro.
DeBarro's the bottom.
Yeah, DeBarro's able to roll the bottom, and he's really getting that thing to rotate and come out of the corner as well. He's able to hold the lead here coming out of 4. He's going to get the checks. And Snyder was trying the top side, and he closed in, but he's going to come home second. Klingen got around Rundle late for third. Rundle is fourth. Bowman and Coy around and things out. So heat 1. A lot of action, quick and in the books. I hope you're ready for this, Mr. Olson.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we're going to give her a shot here. Yeah, Heat 2, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We got John Boyce, row 1 inside. Then we got Nick Cohen outside row 2. Then bringing up the second row is going to be Garrett Boyd, Casey Miller. Then last row is going to be Lyle Christensen and Zach Pass. I don't think Passon put down a qualifying time, though, so we'll see if he grids here.
He was the first car we watched, and he clipped the fence down there in 1 and 2. We're going to keep our eyes on that 21 car, both of them. Starting outside row 1, inside row 2, Cohan and Boyd. Casey Miller, the 05 car, is my expected winner in this thing, Cody, but I'll tell you what. This is going to be a fun call because none of those guys are starting on the point. John Borst is going to be up there, so let's see if John can hold serve.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup here, Roger. Boyd's fast, Miller's fast. I've never seen Cohen or Borst race, so this is going to be fun and interesting here to see what these boys can do.
Yeah, Casey Miller, 2-time champion with the wing on the 360 car. So, taking the top off, going a little topless here. Hopefully he's keeping the nipples in the cockpit with him. So, Miller usually in a white and blue car, in a red, white, and black car tonight. So I got to get used to seeing that. But the call is about to be yours, sir. 6 laps of fun.
All righty. Pace truck is in. Here we go. Boyce leading them off and down the front stretch and into turn 1. Garrett Boyd, Crone in the back. Boyd take it down to the bottom. Look at him. Just rolling that bottom, making it work again, which is a very common thing here, ladies and gentlemen, at Eldora. Oh, look at him. We got 2 wide in the back there. They're 2 wide again. Cone, Miller, battling it out. Garrett Boyd still working the bottom. Look at him, up to the lead. Zach Passon all the way up from the back in third. He's also working the bottom. He's going to make a pass on Miller. Nope. Oh, got him at the line, getting him back again. It's going to be a good battle here coming down the back stretch. Interesting line by Boyd there to go through the middle. He gets passed on the bottom by Passon, and Miller makes the pass on top also. Miller out front, passing behind him. Boyd following them up. Looks like Miller's making that top work. Passon's still trying to go with the bottom. Oh, takes the lead to the line. And let's see if Miller's going to get him back here on the top of 1 and 2. Looks like he got him, maybe. Wide flag. Passon gets him back at the line again. Miller in the top of 1 and 2 as they come down the backstretch here. See if Miller can make this top work again one last time. Oh, he gets into the wall. Passon gets by him on the bottom for the win. Miller second, Boyd third, Cone third. Looked like Boyce, Borsch, and Christensen both got into it. Ended up in the pits.
Those boys had some trouble down in turn 4 a couple of laps before and just rolled them straight to the pit. So the B main's going to run off just for the sake of the B main. Boys going to be able to get out here and have some fun. We're going to line them up with Rundle and Cohan on the front row. Bowman and Borsch in row 2. Coy and Christensen are going to make up a row 3. They are going to get out here. Final starting spot. All that's on the line. They are definitely going to be in the feature. These guys are going to get some much-needed extra time out on the track. And I can tell you, Karen Cohan, she needs all the laps she can get. He told me not to call him that no more, but when I do a free show, I'll call him whatever I want. So we'll see if I get any grief for that at the end of the night. Guys, don't be afraid to chime into the chat. Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. Pick your favorite driver. Here we go. Now we're back to PRO style. Cut that pace lap down to 1. Fire the green flag out there right away. Reed Rundle jumps to the front. Cohan into second. Bowman grabbed third. It's too wide behind that. Borst and Coy. Then Christensen. Rossi never made the call, so only the 6 cars. Just like a third heat race, except for this is going to start you in the back of the feature, and the last 3 rows are going to be for these guys. Reed Rundle making that slick line work, Cody, and I don't know. That's never been the way I've wanted to get around one of these tracks, especially Eldora, but seems to be working for him.
Yeah, no, this is an interesting line that he's running here. I'm curious to see how long this is going to work for him, but it seems like he's got a little bit of a dry strip through the mid-top of 1 and 2, and then again in mid-top of 3 and 4. We'll see how long that lasts, though, here.
And we're going to go on board with him. Now we're going to jump back and go to Cohan. As Cohan's rolling the bottom and trying to catch up, waiting late for the throttle, trying to keep it in the sticky stuff down here. Oh, Nick. Pretty proficient in these cars.
Yeah, it looks like that line on the bottom is really kind of starting to come down towards the wall. They just don't have quite enough to get in there. Oh, hits the wall.
Hard. He hit the wall hard. He didn't just hit the wall. He hit the wall hard.
Yeah, I hope that car is not broken.
That came through the in-car microphone, and it sounded like a gunshot went off when he hit the wall right there. Getting it down about 2.5 laps to go. Rundle holding about 0.3 of a second. It's about 6 car lengths total over Cohan. Cohan maybe didn't break that thing. He hit the wall pretty hard. He pulls right alongside, showed him the right front tire. Now slider in 1 and 2. Rundle's going to cut it to the bottom. Can he find the grip and launch down the backstretch? Don't think Rundle's as comfortable in on the bottom now. Up the hill, pushes Cohan even higher, and I think that's a mistake because Cohan's got all the momentum. He takes the white flag first. These two have broken away. It's a 2-car race for a win in the B main, and Cohan now, after tagging the inside wall, is going to lead him into 3 and 4. Both cars out of shape. Somebody throw some banana peels out there. Both cars got sideways, but Cohan will win it. Rundle second, Borst in third, Coy fourth. Christensen in 5th, and Bowman going to round out the B main field. Well, all the preliminary stuff's out of the way, man. We are down to a 30-lap feature. These guys will have a couple of minutes to get out here and do some laps. While they do that, we didn't get to do it at the beginning of the night, so we're going to do it now. Let's go pay a few bills. When we come back, feature time for the Sidewinder boys.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, so a quick advancement, and the guys are ready to go. So we're going to run down tonight's starting lineup. 25 laps for our feature this evening. It's going to be the 27 of Anthony Navarro on the pole, next to Nick Passon in the 7. Then Travis Snyder, the double 7. We'll start inside row number 2 with Casey Miller, the 05 on his outside. Bruce Klingon, 21 machine. We'll start the third row on the inside next to the other 21 car. 3 21 cars in this race, and they start side by side here. So Boyd, the 21, starts in the 6th position. 7th's going to be the 21 of Nick Cohan. Reed Rundle, the 43 car, will start on his outside to complete row number 4. John Borsch, the 86, inside row number 5, the 63 of Bill Coy. On the outside of that row, and your final row on the inside, Lyle Christensen, the 52. And I don't know, I think Bowman might have made the call. I got to look and see. Yeah, Gage Bowman has made the call in that 36 car. So 12 cars starting tonight's feature. 25 times around. I guess last week we missed a heck of a show. The top 3 or 4 cars got right back together with each other at the very end of the night, and we're just duking it out for the win. Hopefully it's a repeat tonight, and we get to see some great wingless sprint car action with the PRO Sidewinder Dirt Series here at Eldora. Right now, pace truck ready to duck off. It is going to be time for the Thunder and the Lightning. Coming out of turn number 4, green flag in the air.
Green, green, green.
Everybody's spreading out. They're looking for grip. They're looking for something, trying to make a move to go forward. You got cars running right against the inside wall, right against the outside wall. Lap 1 in the books. It goes to DeBarro, passing on the top side. He runs second. He's got Snyder in tow. Bruce Klingon was up on the top, dipped down to the middle at the exit of turn 2. Now dips into the middle and slides it up wide in 3 and 4. He runs 4th, and Casey Miller's hanging on to 5th. Couple of good side-by-side battles behind that, Cody. I think Boyd and Cohan, another set of 21 cars really going at each other. They did this earlier in the heat race.
Yeah, I was just sitting back here watching these two battle. Boyd's just making that top side work, and Cohen's just still ripping that bottom, just pedaling his way through it. Just looking like a gangster down there.
Don't get to see a lot of bottom drivers that do any good, especially at Eldora, till very, very late in a race. It's still pretty early in this track, and these guys are making all the lines work. Nobody has a clear-cut advantage except for Zach Passon, who has started to check out once he got around DeBarro, and I don't know where DeBarro is kind of falling back. He's all the way back to 3rd already. He's getting that car way out of shape is what's happening.
Yeah, he's kind of noticed the last couple laps. He's kind of gone up high, then gone down low. Looks like he's just trying to find himself a line to get himself going here. But yeah, Passon is checked out over a second lead at this time, followed by Travis Snyder.
DeBarro's trying to hang on, but I think Bruce Klingon is going to have something to say about that here pretty quick. He is just running that slider line and dogging the push bar on the back of that 27 machine. But Casey Miller coming along on the top side. He's trying to put some pressure on both these guys. Now going to cut down as Klingon got it out of shape. 2 in 1 out of turn number 2. Move Casey Miller onto the podium for right now. Passing found the fence and won. What did you see back there? I thought it was 3 and 4 when all those guys got sideways.
Bruce got into looked like the back of Cone or Boyd, and he went up and just kind of got into his back bumper. He almost turned around sideways, but he ended up saving it. They're back battling here. Cone and Boyd and Bruce going 3 wide back here into 1 and 2. It looks like Cone and Boyd battling again. Boyd down the bottom. Is that DeBarro? DeBarro is trying to hold on to that 4th place position too.
I thought I saw the left front catch the fence down in 3 and 4 for Garrett Boyd. It slowed him up enough. Bruce Klingon got around him. Now it's DeBarro, Cohen, Klingon, Boyd, and Rundle right in there. And here's our first caution. Bill Coy has put the 63 car into a predicament. We're going to go watch Bill Coy. Oh, Coy is back there. He really looks like he is stuck in the fence. Let's go back a little further and see what happened. He got out of shape out of 3 and 4. Really never gets the car back. Trying to get going on the top side. Oh, and he got hammered by the leader. The leader got into the back of that car sideways, and I think that Coy's car kind of heavily damaged. He's going to take it in. I don't know what happened to Passen's car. He is all the way at the back.
Oh yeah, his back bumper is wrinkled. It looks like he's pushing up the track a little bit, kind of crab walking. Let's see if he comes in here for a quick repair.
I don't know that these guys have quick repairs, but I can tell you that the suspension on the front end of the number 19 car is kind of toast. The right front is pointed to the right, and the left front is pointed kind of straight and almost left half the time. So that car, pretty damaged. That's going to change things up a little bit. It's going to put Snyder, Miller, DeBarro, Cohen, Klingon, Boyd, Rundle, Borst, Bowman, and Christensen in the top 10. Then you got Passen back there with a broken car in 11th, and Bill Coy took his heavily damaged number 63 car into the pits. We are down to about 14 to go. They dropped the green flag. It's going to be 13. So right at halfway. And we've seen a lot of action already.
Yeah, the racing has been excellent already. I'm glad we came and watched this.
Well, at least we're bringing you in on a non wreck fest for these things, because I have brought guys in before, and whoops, we got to sit through a whole lot of cautions, and it took forever. So getting ready to go back to green. Cars lined up nose to tail in 3 and 4 of that pace truck. Hard left turn into the infield, just waiting for Travis Snyder to find the throttle. He does so. Flagman likes it, and we're back racing.
He got a good jump there on Miller and DeBarro, but looks like Miller caught up to him real quick into the 1 and 2 there. Oh, and then Miller up into the wall.
All right, man, caution is out.
That should bring out another caution.
So we are going to go and take a ride.
Old Casey Miller.
Yeah, we are going to take a ride with Casey Miller. Let's back this up just a tad right here. Bump the right rear against it. Bumped it again. It pulls the right front end. Yep. Yeah, that's not. I'm flying through the air, Mom. That's not good. Never good.
No. Never good. Good news is he landed back on his wheels, kept going.
Yeah, don't know how much damage the car picked up.
Looks like significant.
Yeah, it looked like Bill Coy has rolled his back out there. I don't know how damaged his is. But that is going to change things at the front of the field again, so it'll still be Snyder, but then it'll be DeBarro, Cohen, Klingon, Boyd, Rundle, Borst, Bowman, and Christensen. Then you've got Casey Miller from 2nd to 11th, and Passen and Coy both back in the pits.
I'll tell you what, this battle for the top 4 here is going to get real interesting. These 4 have been racing real good.
Well, we just moved the camera back to look at Cohen, Klingon, Boyd, that bunch, right when Miller wrecked, because I know that's where all the action is probably going to start, because those guys were hound dogging each other before we got the first caution. I expect them to go right back to it. I thought, when you said Casey Miller was making a run up there, that he might go down 3 and 4 and take the lead. I didn't realize the run he was making was up over the outside wall on the exit of turn 2.
Yeah, that was the wrong route around the top of there.
That was unexpected.
Very, very. Here we go. Snyder leading them into 3 and 4. Pace car is in. And we are green flag. Snyder taking it out to borrow Cone. Looks like Cone got a good run there on that start. Throws a slide job on Cone, or on DeBarro. Snyder out to a couple car lead here.
Travis Snyder, PRO regular, and really looks like he's shining out here. Always fast, just always seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong time on the weekly shows last season. Ended up in somebody else's mess or something of his not own doing to put him in a compromised position. But he's got a pretty healthy lead out to a second over Cohan. Cohan once again getting dogged by DeBarro, Klingon. Boyd has fallen off this group. He's getting challenged by Rundle now. So battles everywhere. Same players, just not quite the 5-car battle we were having before, as I think Cohen is going to take away second. And Klingon, if he can stay up there and keep the momentum on the top, he's going to take third away from DeBarro as well. We're inside 10 to go here, down to about 8.
Klingon and DeBarro keep getting into that wall up there. See how long their cars survive. We'll see if
Snyder really running wide up here and really kind of making that work pretty well. He's not close to the wall, but he's close enough. Right kind of where that fluff starts. And he's got that right rear in a contact patch. He is just making this look easy. Out to 2.5 now with 6 to go. Cohan, I think, trying to do something here, but he's going to be in a 3 wide, stuck in the middle. Klingon went to the top. DeBarro went to the bottom. Now they're going to swap. They're weaving baskets out here on me. Keep DeBarro on the bottom. Klingon went from the top to the middle. Cohan now from the middle to the top. That time DeBarro had second at the line, but Cohan was less than half a car behind him. Bruce Klingon, rare appearance here at PRO, but putting on a pretty good show with these guys. I think if he enjoys himself, we'll probably see that 21 car back out here again, battling with these guys next week. 4 to go for your leader, Snyder. Then it's Cohan, DeBarro, Klingon, and Rundle. I don't know what's going to be at the end, but I think Snyder probably got this one in hand.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good out there. He's almost over a second now, or yeah, about a 1.5 seconds now. With this 3-way battle for second, third, and fourth, man, I cannot believe that DeBarro is still making the bottom work that well, and then Bruce is still coming through the bottom, making that slick patch work. Look at that car, just keeping it sideways, and he is just still going right on Cone's bumper.
And Cone's up there has got the right rear in some of the sticky stuff right at the top of the track, but Klingon able to go right through the slick and hang right with him. And DeBarro, I don't know how DeBarro isn't pulling away. He's got the shortest route, and he's just working that car down on the bottom. But Cohen's using the momentum on the top side. We're down to the white flag, and Travis Snyder way out in front of this one. Almost 1.8 seconds that time by. He's going to go through 3 and 4. And I think it's an easy win for Travis Snyder tonight. Checkered flag falls, and Snyder does, in fact, win it. Then Cohan going to get second, barely over DeBarro. That was tight. 0.08 of a second. Klingon in fourth, and Rundle comes home fifth. We'll get our top 3 around here. We'll follow DeBarro around. We'll get him into the chat. We'll interview him here, talk to him for just a minute. Fun show, man. I'm glad you got to come for a good one. That should make things go down a little bit easier.
Yeah. I think I need a little bit more practice, but it was good to get in here and at least get my feet wet.
That is what it takes. You gotta do the practice stuff. Let's see. Let me make an adjustment to this right here. Oh, he took his car. He never ever leaves his car on the track, and that's frustrating to me. You guys have no idea how frustrating that is to me. So what we're going to do, we're going to go right here. We're going to show it. But we're going to talk to Anthony very quickly. Even though he did not leave his car on the track, we'll talk to him anyway. Anthony DeBarro, you got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Roger. I'm not used to finishing up here in the top three, so you got to give me a little slack here.
I don't know if we can cut you any slack, man. What we are going to do is find out how was the battling out there, because you had multiple drivers to battle with tonight through this 25-lap feature.
Yeah, it was fun in there at the end. I didn't really feel like comfortable up top, so I just kind of stuck to my bottom, and I was actually gaining on the straightaways. I felt in that clean dirt, and I was able to get the power down and then get it. If 3 and 4 was there, 1 and 2 there was nothing on the bottom. But I mean, it was what a blast a race with Nick there. And then I started noticing we were maybe catching Travis a little bit. I think he was just taking it easy, but my eyes were getting big. I was like, oh, let's go. I was hoping for another 5 or 10 laps there. I was having a blast though. These things are such a fun car to drive.
Well, I think you answered Cody's question there, because he was trying to figure out how you were making the bottom work. We never see anybody able to hang close to the front off the bottom. But you kept that 27 car right up there, man. I'm sure you got plenty of shout-outs and thank yous before we let you get out of here.
Yeah, you guys up in the booth, I hope you guys had a good show. I hope Cody enjoyed his first race with you, and guys at Dizzy, and hopefully we get some more cars out here, and we could keep increasing our fields, because these cars, man, you take the wings off and what a blast. That was some white knuckle stuff out there with that track, and I'm just ear to ear smiling right now and just enjoying the race I just completed.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and if we get the chance to come back next week, maybe we'll see some more cars out here. Otherwise, maybe we'll get you back on the podium.
Thank you.
Anthony DeBarl finishing third tonight. Let's jump over here. Let's go talk to Mr. Cohan real quick. We're going to drag him up here. Oh, Karen Cohan in the booth with us now. You there, Nick?
I got you.
Well, man, that was a hell of a race. You battled a lot of cars. We just got done talking to Anthony, and you had Boyd, you had Klingon, you had DeBar, you had everybody to battle with out there for 25 laps. How much fun was it, and how frustrating is it to come a one spot short in these things?
I'm actually pretty happy finishing second. In practice, I didn't feel that good, and just felt like I was just a tick slower, and just tried to stay out of trouble like I normally do. Just, got to be smart. We're running for points, so I don't think Travis is. So, in the points battle, it's a win for me. And also, as just finishing second to a good group of guys, there's a lot of fast guys here tonight that probably should have finished ahead of me. I know Bruce was a lot faster behind me. Was doing my best to try and battle Ant while trying to maintain my spot, not give up the top there in 3 and 4. It was a difficult battle, but yeah, we'll take second. It was fun battling with your teammate there. Clean race. He was running the bottom, I was running the top, and we were pretty damn equal there for those last 10 laps. So, like I said, I'm not too disappointed. That's a pretty good finish for me, in a car that I really don't get to run that much. So,
anything you want to ask him, Cody?
No, that was an amazing battle to watch there. You guys had that battle even early on, and I feel like it kind of lasted the whole way through, and then especially there at the end, that three-way battle every time Bruce would get through the slick, that was a lot of fun to watch. I'm definitely excited to watch this again and watch you guys grow.
Yeah, it was a fun battle. We were trying to figure out what we were going to do with the track state, and we figured, since we have kind of a short feature and we also have our truck race after this, figured if there's a night where we let the track state wear out all the way through, tonight would be the night. So I think I put on a good race. About midway through, I think the top was by far the most dominant, but then the bottom came back there, as you saw. I actually think me and Ant were running down Travis there a little bit towards the end. Just kind of ran out of time, and would have needed a lot more laps to actually be able to make a move on him there. But yeah, I think I put on a good race. Eldora is always a fun track for us, so I'm looking forward to later this year. We're going to be back here for our annual Freedom 76. So it'll be a 76-lap wingless sprint car race here at Eldora. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that should be a ton of fun.
Yeah, that's good. Any sponsors, anybody you want to thank, give a shout out to before we get you out of here?
Yeah, just got to thank CJ Automotive for being on the car. All my teammates at Dizzy Motorsports, Perk Coffee. Everybody here at DRM for putting on an awesome broadcast, especially that Roger guy. even though he's a pain in the ass. And of course, all the admins here at Pretend Racing Online, especially John, for letting me do this on Tuesdays.
All right. Well, thank you,
Alrighty,
Nick.
thank you.
Sorry, buddy. Thanks, Nick. We appreciate you a bunch, man. As always, fun to watch you guys race. Hopefully, we'll be back to watch that one, and definitely would like to come back and do the 76. So, let us know what's happening.
you will be.
And we'll see you soon, buddy.
Sounds good, man. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Second place finisher tonight, Mr. Nick Cohan. Now we're talk to the man of the hour. Picks up the win, the Wingless tonight. Drives the 77 machine. Travis Snyder, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
I bet you had about a 2-second lead over those guys. Did you start really kind of pedaling back towards the end to make sure you got it to the checkered flag? Because they closed in pretty good the last 4 or 5 laps.
I actually was. It gets really scary and really like slick, and like you're about to spin it, half spinning every time you enter the corner. So you just got to let off the throttle a little bit more and make sure you bring it home instead of riding the wall and bring it to the wrecker.
Well, multi-car battles all night long, and you come out on top. When you were back there battling for the positions, how nerve-wracking does it get? Trying to make sure with these open-wheel cars you don't touch anything or anyone because it really makes them mad.
It does. Like if you get right reared, you're probably launched into outer space. And like before the race started, I was like, I'm just gonna run the top, and hopefully no one follows me, and just hopefully no one runs there, no one goes to the bottom. Which if everyone runs the bottom, I'm on top. I knew it was gonna be dominant. From the heat race, I was basically the only one running it, and I was gaining on the leader there, and needed one more lap in the heat race to win. And yeah, it gets. If any slight contact in this car, and especially in the wingless, it's gonna be bad.
So let's rewind back to the beginning of this feature. Had Zach not got into the back of that lap car, do you think, one, you would have had anything for him, and two, how did you feel after seeing that happen and him go to the back?
I think from in car I was gaining on him a lot. So, but the only problem with him gaining on him is passing. Like, you're just gonna have to throw a wicked slide job here without trying to spin out in the first place to get by him. It's really hard to pass. And I was really shocked. I didn't think the lap car was gonna stay up high there, and I just thought he was gonna go around him. And I was like, I was happy, but I was also sad. Like, I was gaining on him. We could have had a good race, but it was all for nothing. So
we definitely believe you guys would have put on a hell of a race there, because there was 5 or 6 of you right there in the beginning, and it was definitely heating up. So yeah, it would have definitely been good to watch. But congratulations on the win, Travis. And is there anybody out there you'd like to give a shout out to, sponsors, anything you'd like to thank before we get you out?
I'd like to thank everyone that broadcasts. I'd like to thank Pretend Racing for putting us on. And I'd like to thank my mother and my girlfriend who stuck around to watch the broadcast tonight. So, yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks. Congratulations on the win. We'll look forward to seeing you back on the podium sometime real soon in this series.
Thank you.
Travis Snyder picking up your win tonight. Great race. He had a battle for it. Once he got to the front, though, the battle was kind of over for these guys. Let's take a quick look at tonight's official results. Snyder wins it. Cohan was second to borrow third. Klingon comes home in fourth. And I think Bruce had, like Nick said, probably one of the 2 fastest cars out there. Just could not get that thing to lurch forward enough to clear those guys coming through the middle. So fourth for him tonight. Reed Rundle fifth. Garrett Boyd sixth. Seventh went to Casey Miller. John Borton eighth. Lyle Christensen ninth. Gage Bowman was 10th. Bill Coy 11th. Zach Passon, after really dominating the first part of this race, finds a lap car, gets into the back of him, destroys the front end of his machine, and comes home 12th tonight. And then Nathan Vossi never made the call for the heats or for the feature, but he'll get credited with 13th. So your first race in, an interesting one to come to. Not a big field, but a whole lot of exciting and fast-paced racing. What do you think for your first time?
It's a lot of fun. I'll tell you, the first time is definitely nerve-wracking. It's like taking your first date to prom. My hands are all sweaty. I'm nervous. But I think after getting a few of these in, that'll all pass, and we'll get used to to all the knickknacks and the patty wax and the buttons and cool stuff and the looking everywhere and getting a hang on this thing. But I appreciate you having me and letting me do this and kind of show me the way, though.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to use you up before we let you go. I promise you.
Ooh.
There's plenty of wingless action in your future if you're willing to step in and take it. I promise you that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Scott and I were talking. Scott and I were talking, I don't know if it was today or yesterday on the phone, and he said, are you going to get Cody to do the Wingless series on Monday nights? And I said, if Cody wants to do that series, I'm going to let Cody have that series because it's just fun. It's just like this. It's just fun to do, and they usually put on a pretty doggone good show. So, stuff we're going to be talking about, but I appreciate you getting in, and I'm glad that you're excited to, want to come and do this and make DRN, I guess, your home. Hopefully that's for the foreseeable future. So we can get a lot going on here. We got multiple guys able to get on and broadcast. So we'll be able to do some fancy stuff here pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited to be on board. We can, definitely get this thing going. But tonight was fun. Awesome racing. Again, congrats, Travis Snyder, Cohen, DeBarro, top 3. And yeah, thank you, Roger, for having me on and letting me come in and get some practice again.
You betcha, man. No problem. Quick shout out. My man Tim Nichols was in the chat. I just now saw that. I don't know how long he's been in there, but quick shout out to you and everybody that's over at the Hillbilly High Banks tonight. It's going to wrap it up for us here. Tomorrow, nothing but Thursday. Mighty Midget Series will be back. That is a 9 o'clock Eastern show. Cody May joined me for that too. That was a fun race last week. We had a blast doing that one. So those guys are going to be back. So make sure that you mark your calendars, you tune back in. But we appreciate everybody that tuned in, guys. We know you can watch this stuff anywhere you choose to watch it here. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. For Dominic Santina, Zach Krieger, Cody Olson, myself here at the Dirt Racing Network. Until we see you the next time.